Hello, my name is Sean Polistino. Welcome to the real world of real estate. Today, we're going to be talking about how you can generate leads that have good contact information and are ready to go right now and at a low cost so that you can constantly be generating anywhere from 50 to 100 leads a month. And this will give you the life and the gas that your business needs in real estate. So we're going to talk about myagentfinder.com, realtor.com, Zillow, all internet leads as a whole, whether it's through Facebook or through Google pay-per-click. Join myself, Amanda, and Kyle, who are two new agents, as I discuss with them how to navigate the world of internet lead generation. We'll see you on the other side of the intro.
I logged into my KvCore today, and then I think we talked about today officially like turning on the lead activity. So that's good whenever you want to officially add on. I think I'm ready to start making my calls and getting a little more lead activity.
Yeah. So I'm going to dump some leads on you that are from the database. I have 22,000 leads.
Oh my God.
In there. So and many of them are not assigned to anybody, so they're not being nurtured at all. They're not completely cold. They've been getting my newsletter and they've been getting some automated text messages and some emails, some call to action emails from me, but they haven't been getting phone calls from anybody. Okay. Because I can't call 22,000 people. I can't keep up with it. On top of that, I'm generating a couple hundred new leads every month. So it's growing. So yeah, I can dump some new leads on you, and then I can also start running some ads that will generate fresh leads. Okay. And these are people that are obviously looking right now. Now, the old leads, you're going to call them and you're going to try to find out whether they actually bought back whenever it was that they got connected to us. If they didn't, what's it going to take for you to help them, and what's in the way of them doing it? Okay. So Kyle, you have a sphere where Amanda doesn't really have a big sphere. So,
I'm trying to evaluate that sphere at the moment, it's really only like a couple between a couple and a few hundred, you know what I mean? And, it's mostly just family and friends and acquaintances and things like that. So like I said, my goal has been in the past couple of weeks is really just to make sure they know kind of what's going on with me right now. Because even in the calls that I've had and the few calls that I've had, I've already run into a couple people who have recently bought or are currently buying. And that's like literally just like almost like 30 calls in or whatever, so had they been aware of that, then maybe that would have became something. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. But I would I know Amanda said she was ready for some stuff in KvCore, and you had mentioned that we can get some ad goings. Where would be a good place to start? You know what I mean? Like in terms of getting ads going.
Yeah. So for you just need to go to listings to leads. So it's listings.com and go ahead and start an account and do the cheapest account. It's $40. Now, Amanda doesn't have to worry about that because I take care of that.
Yeah.
But Amanda, you're always welcome. I told you in the car. I mean, my goal is to help you get, it's like, if you go next time you want to laugh with your family, go on YouTube and put in the barnacle goose. Have you seen this?
No.
So this is my new favorite real estate analogy, but it's this torturing story of the barnacle goose, and the barnacle goose is born on the edge of a cliff. And it doesn't know how to fly, and so its parents come and feed it. But eventually it's time to leave the nest, right? And so the torturing part is when the day comes that mom and dad decide it's time to leave the nest. And, call it God or your higher being, whoever it is you want to call it. But in the design of the barnacle goose, their bones are not connected. They have bones, but they're not connected, and they're just really a big ball of fat. And the reason they're a big ball of fat is because the mother goose nudges them off the edge of the cliff, and they fall hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet, bouncing off of the cliff and the rocks until they come to a stop. And that's how they finally get to plant their feet on the ground. And the mother has like 6 in the litter, and maybe 4 live, because usually one of them don't make it. So this is what it's like in real estate getting started. It's like you're the barnacle goose, you're on the team, you've got a mentor, Kyle, same thing. And but eventually it's time for you to go fly and do it yourself. So if you want, whenever you feel ready, Amanda, if you want to get a listings to leads account and start running your own ads, you're welcome to do it. I don't keep anything a secret. I share, I'm an open book. I share everything. So, but listings to leads is where you're going to start running your that's your platform for running your Facebook ads. It's also your platform for remarketing or retargeting. And I'll explain what that is a little bit down the road. But once you get that, you're going to connect it to KvCore through Zapier. So you also need a Zapier account.
Yeah.
Zapier.com. And Zapier is an integration software that integrates 2 different platforms.
Yeah.
Platform being listings to leads and KvCore. Now, you're already signed up on OpCity, right, Kyle?
Okay. I had some trouble. I'm confused. And
okay, Amanda is brand new. She's just signed up.
I just got the email that was like,
okay,
you want to be added, and I was like,
okay,
yeah.
Okay, well, help me here. Okay, so here's what I did. So I didn't realize. So I Googled OpCity, right? And then but like OpCity is like it's not a thing by itself. It's like Realtor.com. But then like the OpCity app still exists. And so when I tried to log into the app, I didn't have anything to log into or log in with. So I think I'm missing something, and I don't know what.
Sure, you get the credentials through emailing exp ca.broker@exp.net.
Yeah.
You say I sent you an email, said just send them an email, say I want to enroll in OpCity.
Okay.
They will send you an email back saying you've been enrolled. Then you'll be able to log into the app with your EXP email address, and they'll tell you what your password is, right? You already got that email, right, Amanda?
Yeah, I just got that email.
So now Amanda needs to put the app on her phone. Have you done that, OpCity?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you can go ahead and do it right now. The purpose of this meeting is so that we can do this stuff live, like right now.
Exactly. So like I said, that explains it. There was something I was obviously missing that part. So that's because I have the app on my phone now.
Yeah. So you're probably saying, why are we talking about OpCity when we were talking about Facebook ads? And I'm going to explain that right now. So Realtor.com is a website. It's a website that's owned by us as realtors. I don't know if you knew that. We own Realtor.com. We leased it out. We licensed it to a company called Move.org, and Move.org operates the website on our behalf. Okay. So those leads that come now, Move.org, their business model is they sell zip codes. Okay. So if somebody goes on Google and searches up buy a home in Northridge, they are going to get Realtor.com at the top of the search results. That makes sense?
Yeah.
They're going to get Zillow and a bunch of other places too, right? Running a Google pay-per-click ad, a PPC ad, is how you end up on the top of search results.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that. And that's one of the lead generation sources that I mentioned to you, Kyle, is in the beginning, is Facebook and Google. So that's what I'm talking about. When I say Google, I'm talking about Google ads. But let's put that aside for a minute. Let's start with Facebook. But we're going to start with Facebook ads. But Google and Facebook is how Realtor.com gets people to go to Realtor.com. Zillow, same thing. That's how they drive the traffic to Zillow. Zillow The people register, they have a Zillow app and they search for property, and they find a listing they like, and they click on realtor.com, they click call, they get a call center, and that call center is OpCity.
Yes. Yeah.
Zillow does not have a call center. Well, actually, take that back. Zillow has actually adopted the model that realtor.com went, because realtor.com is kicking Zillow's ass. And so realtor.com, so Zillow's copying realtor.com. They now have a call center, and it's called Flex. Okay, and so realtor.com and Zillow both have the same model where they sell zip codes, but in LA, you can't buy a realtor.com zip code any longer. All 100% of the leads that realtor.com generates goes to OpCity.
Okay.
Zillow is only offering their Flex program to people that have paid Zillow, their loyal customers. They get the option of going on to Flex, where they don't pay any more per month. They pay through a referral fee, which is how realtor.com does it through OpCity. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So they're all internet leads. Whether you generate a lead on Facebook, or whether you generate a lead using a Google AdWords account, or whether you get a lead from realtor.com or Zillow, they're all the same leads. People register the same way over the internet or through Facebook. So your chance of getting a bad phone number, a bad name, or a bad email address are the exact same. Okay. 99% of the agents do not understand this. And they think that, oh, I paid Zillow and didn't get a lead, and so therefore Zillow sucks, and internet leads suck. No, internet leads are good. The reason internet leads are good is because it's a way for us to capture the lead, and then it's our job as agents to convert the lead. So Zillow doesn't suck, that agent sucks, their conversion sucks. That's the truth of it.
Okay.
And they're lazy, and most agents are lazy. You won't be on my team and be a lazy agent, because I will run you off. You'll be run off the team before you get a chance. I'll drive you crazy that you'll quit, because I'm spending money, right? And so I'm giving you leads, and I'm putting the time and the effort in there. And so same thing, Kyle, you'll make it as an agent because you're with me. And if you just do what I tell you to do, if you don't do what I tell you to do, then yeah, you may not make it. But you may figure it out on your own, and lots of agents do. Not everybody talks to me, so there are many agents that figure it out on their own. I'm just saying that there are a lot of lazy agents out there, and there's a lot of agents out there with bad habits. Most of the real estate is sold by, there's a lot of real estate sold by what I call onesie twosies, meaning agents sell here and they sell there, right? But there's a very small percentage of the agents that make it to sell way above average numbers consistently. If you look at the amount of agents that sell more than the minimum, the industry average, which is 5 or 6 homes a year, the ones that are selling 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and all the way up, they make up only about 5% of the total agents. So that's what I'm saying. And 95% of the real estate sold by 5% of the agents. So realtor.com, Zillow, Facebook, Google, they're all the same lead. You have to nurture them the right way, and you have to skip trace, and you have to triage. And you've heard me use those words before, and they're words that I use because they're like, triage is not a normal word that you hear very often. Maybe when you go to the emergency room, you go over to the triage room, you might hear it there. Or if you're an EMT, you probably know what triage means, because they have a triage process as an EMT. But it's kind of a unique word that doesn't get used very often. I picked that word specifically because it's the process. It's the process that we do every time we open up the lead contact information. In our nurturing process, we go through this little process where you look to see where the lead came from, what happened last time. So it's the who, what, when, where, why. Every time we touch a lead, that's the triage process.
Okay.
The lead originated from someplace like OpCity, My Agent Finder, Homes for Heroes. That's the source. So when you, or Facebook, maybe you're generating leads using listings to leads yourself, and that's the source is Facebook. Okay. So listings to leads is going to get you the ability to generate low cost leads and and you can generate a frequent, a lot amount of leads consistently in the beginning when you don't have any listings. That's the key.
Yeah.
Is you don't have any listings to advertise. With listings to leads, you can advertise other people's listings. So that's the key. Like right now, Amanda, the team, I mean, as far as the team, we have a listing in Tehachapi, which is Nick's listing, right? I have a listing in Westlake Village. If Aubrey lists his home, we'll have a listing in Santa Clarita. But like in the last couple of months, I've had no listings. All my listings sold. And like I would take a listing, it would go pending within the first 10 days.
Yeah.
So how do I advertise that? You can't, right? You can't advertise it. You can't really advertise a pending listing. You can, under contract, but it doesn't have the same effect. You're better off listing somebody else's listing as a just listed or a new list or an active listing, right? Because people, when they're online and they see under contract,
Yeah,
that it's already sold, right? They don't, it's already missed that one. So with listings to leads, that's the platform where you're going to run like 3 clicks. You can have a Facebook ad running once you set the count up. Just say how much money you want to spend. Once it's all integrated to KvCore, boom, you're going to get the lead. Same thing with OpCity. As soon as you guys get it finished where you're connected, you could be getting leads today.
So I'm just reading this now. So it didn't give me the login yet. It said like review these documents for getting started. Please respond to me with your agent type, experienced or emerging. I'm assuming.
So you're an emerging agent. Yeah, both of you guys are emerging agents.
And then it says, please confirm referral fee. Standard referral fee is 30% below 150K, 35 above 150K.
And then 38 if they're a part of the client's rewards program. Yeah. So you just confirm, yes, agree. Just send that email back, agree. Emerging agent, agree.
Okay.
Pretty much is what you're going to do. Then they're going to respond back with your username and your password. That's your cue to then download the app. And that's where you're at. So Kyle, why don't you go ahead and try to log into the app?
Oh, well, I guess I can't until I email the broker, right?
Oh, you didn't email them yet?
No, we just talked about it.
Okay, go ahead and send the email right now.
Okay.
So here's the thing. So OpCity here's the difference between OpCity and Facebook leads. OpCity, the call center, I told you there's a call center. They get the people on the phone and they live transfer them to you.
Yeah, I was
So
on Realtor.com. Actually, they have a really good video about how it works. Just FYI. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'll have to check that out. So you if you're at work, you have to remember to pause it and put it on snooze if you're at work, Kyle.
Yeah.
But if you wanna, if your work is comfortable, since you're working from home, you could leave it active and open. It just means that if you get a jingle that you have to compete for that lead. It's a competition.
Yeah, there may be times, I mean, because most times I can take it, but if I'm at a meeting or something more like active, I may.
Then you just hit skip, but you have to hit skip, otherwise it hurts your metrics.
Yeah. Are you able to set up like can I adjust like that on the fly, like when I want to receive stuff? Like, can I turn it on, turn it off?
Yeah, like if you're getting ready to go in a meeting and you don't want it, then you can physically just snooze it for an hour. You can say snooze for an hour.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. Yeah, that's mostly I think what I would do.
Yeah, you can. So Amanda, you got an email from myagentfinder.com, right? Should have came today.
Agent Finder.
And when you're done with that email, Kyle.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, an email is just simply it's just like I want to get signed up with OpCity, right?
Subject line, please sign. I want to enroll in OpCity, and then just send it, and that'll trigger them to send back the instructions that Amanda was just reading off of.
Okay.
Yes, so I did this morning get welcome to the referral network, My Agent Finder.
Okay, so that I signed you up to that.
Okay.
And Kyle, you're going to go to app.myagentfinder.com when you're done with that email.
APP dot.
myagentfinder.com.
Okay.
So myagentfinder.com is just like OpCity, except it's not a live transfer. And they're referral leads and it's free. And you're going to get leads off that. So Amanda, on the team, on OpCity and My Agent Finder, we only take 25%. We don't take the 50% on those because there's a 35% referral fee. So we want you to get the bulk of it. OpCity, it's 75-25 after the referral fee. So in other words, $10,000 commission, 3,500, which is 35%, goes to OpCity. What's left over, we split 75-25, you keep 75.
Okay.
My Agent Finder is a little different. My Agent Finder is a team generated lead. So it's My Agent Finder gets the referral fee. So same thing, $10,000 commission. 3,500 goes to My Agent Finder. What's left over split 50-50. And then you have your 80-20 split on your portion on both of those. So you're going to get a smaller chunk of commission, but the idea is to do enough. These are just like to help you pay for, have revenue, because they're going to be a volume. These are going to be easier leads. They're what we call bottom of funnel leads, meaning they're ready to go. They're ready to go now, generally, and not all the time, but most of the time. So like the live transfer ones that OpCity gives you, they're actually like, you're setting an appointment right then with them to go show them either the house that they're inquiring about. It's your job to convert them into you being their preferred choice, trusted real estate advisor in that moment. But they're like, want to go see this house. So it gets you FaceTime in front of them. It gets you connected to them, and you're not competing. Once you win that competition on the app, that lead is yours. With My Agent Finder, once you claim the lead, they give that lead to 2 agents. So you're not the only agent. So you got to move quickly. It's called speed to lead.
Yeah.
Speed to lead is the most important thing on internet leads in general. So we're talking about internet leads in general, meaning anything like Google, Zillow, Facebook, all of them. They're we call those we classify those as internet leads. So speed to lead, meaning in the first day, there should be 3 phone calls and 2 text messages in the first day. The first phone call and text message should be in the first 10 minutes. Okay. Now with OpCity, they're putting you on the phone with them, so that counts as the first phone call. But then you're gonna want to make sure that there's a lot of contact in the beginning. Okay. And then if you go to, this is for you, Amanda, because you have a password to Icon Coaching. But if you go to members.iconcoaching.com and you go to programs, leads to dollars. So remember, speed to lead leads to dollars. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get you to get in these types of My Agent Finder and OpCity are meant to get you dollars quickly and regular, like so that will keep you in this business longer. It's the key to your longevity is income right away. Right. So leads to dollars. And if you wanted leads to dollars, Kyle, you can have leads to dollars, but you got to pay for it, unfortunately. Yeah. So go to iconcoaching.com and you can see leads to dollars to be able to buy that if you'd like.
I have a question for My Agent Finder. So OpCity has an app. Does My Agent Finder, how do they send you the leads? Text or?
So it comes via email and text. Yeah. And there's no app, but you can pull it up on, on your browser, on your phone. Sure. But there's a dashboard that you have, both have a dashboard that you have to keep updated or they'll shut your leads off. So you're updating your notes in KvCore, and then you're remembering when you get the notice that it's time for an update, you need to go over and update your dashboards on both OpCity and My Agent Finder. Mm-hmm. But here's what's great about both of these is they will train you. Like if you plug into this, you'll get leads, you'll get income, it'll train you like a rock star agent right from the beginning. Because realtor.com, they are, they want to see conversion. That's where their money comes from. Same with my agent finder.
Yeah.
So they have a vested interest in your success. They're also helping you on the back end. My agent finder gets leads through Facebook and Google pay-per-click advertising using a landing page. Same way we're going to teach you how to do that with listings to leads.
Okay. Now so in these cases for my agent finder and Opsity, since they're doing, I guess, some of the legwork in terms of like qualifying the leads that are coming in, when you finally get to them, they were either interested in probably like a listing that they saw, and they've already spoken to somebody. Are there any suggested scripts for this type of scenario?
That's the leads to dollars that I just told you about. Yeah. Leads to dollars.
Okay, so you'll be able to find stuff there.
If you go to iconcoaching.com and you go to leads to dollars, it's the whole process.
Okay.
For your part, with including scripts and dialogues and systems.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We talked about that briefly,
it's
but
not expensive. It's not expensive. Let me tell you what it is. I don't know what the cost is. Agent store.
Yeah.
Okay, it is. You go to it's $99. And there's a video on there of Sean. Now, Sean is my business partner. He's my sponsor at EXP. And we get all this for free because we're part of Libertas, which is his downline. We're in his downline, so that's why we get it for free.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go to Icon, it's go to programs and then go to agent store.
Agent.
Now, Amanda, you're gonna go to Amanda,
Yeah.
you're gonna go to members.iconcoaching. Yeah.
I'm looking at it now. It looks like there's some videos and workbooks to follow along.
Yeah. Now, Kyle, let me share my screen real quick. If you want a rock star buyer presentation, you see it there. It says 20-point buyer presentation and listing presentation. I told you Sean's mother went on 169 listings.
Yeah.
Okay. I have pieces of this in the one-on-one coaching folder under working with buyers and working with sellers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of this, but if you want like the legit, like updated version with the scripts and dialogues and you want to pay for it, it's right here.
Okay. Yeah. No, thank you. Yeah. I did watch what you had in there for this guy.
Yeah, but on the buyer, the consultative approach with the buyer is the best way to do it, and it uses a loyalty agreement. So you're flushing out the commitment, and they're signing something, committing them to you. It's not a legal document, so you're not going to probably be able to sue them if they don't. Courtney just had one on our team where they signed a loyalty agreement and they ended up putting an offer in on an open house they walked into on their own.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it does happen. There's really no way around that potentially happening. But but if you want to limit, like I could tell you, I can count on maybe 4 fingers on one hand in 17 years how many times that's happened to me. So it's happened a few times, but it's not so much that it's a problem because I use the consultative approach.
Okay.
I don't follow the 20-point presentation to a T, but like when you don't have a script and a dialogue and you want to follow it, you literally want to just, learn. Like I have all the scripts and the dialogues cards in that folder. And same thing, Amanda, with you, learning a buyer presentation and listing presentation, having a video to watch and somebody to copy is the whole purpose we're doing this, because you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Okay.
And Sean was making $100,000 a month working with buyers only, $100,000 a month. So,
Wow.
any questions with that?
No, that's really good. I feel more confident about getting started with that.
So tracking your numbers, like I saw you look at a sheet. Did you look at your sheet there when you said you had 30 conversations?
Yeah.
It's a really important part of it, tracking your numbers. And if you want to send those numbers to me at the end of each day as an accountability, that's what I prefer.
Yeah, I think I told you I tried to send this straight from my scanner, but it didn't seem to work. So I'm just going to scan it and send them to you. And when I do that this week, I'll send for the previous week too, so you can take a look.
Yeah, if you have an Android cam scanner on your phone, if you have an iPhone.
You walked us through that too, actually, which I was like blown away that the Notes app could even do it. And I was like,
yeah, if you have an iPhone, the Notes app does it. You don't need cam scanner.
I just learned that also recently.
I was blown away. You showed me
that.
I told my wife, well, did you know this?
I'm still putting stuff one at a time into the close the lid, do it.
Yeah.
Guess where I learned it?
Where?
TikTok, baby.
Oh, it was my uncle's dating someone even younger than me, and she was like, oh, well, no, don't you know have an iPhone? And I was like, what? Okay.
So so tracking the numbers, and guess what, you guys, just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And if you do enough lead gen, your business will grow to the extent that your lead generation does.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, even for the little bit that I've done, I was surprised by just like how much activity really that like out of a small sample size there was already, you know what I mean? Like people who, like I casually mentioned to my friends that, I was doing this, and he's like, well, it's like, I'm going to be looking for something, and then like my brother like literally just bought a house, and he's in Indiana, but he didn't realize that like he could have come to me and I could have helped, I could have gotten a referral or something out of it. He didn't realize that was even a thing. So just educating on like what I can do and what I'm currently doing is going to help right off the bat, I think.
Well, this is where you get to say, look, I have a rock star mentor that outsells the average realtor 40 times. And he's the one teaching me. And so if you call me, I know you're in Indiana and I'm not in Indiana, but if you call me, I'm going to find you a rock star agent that has all the best habits that's going to help you close quicker, find the best property, save money.
Yeah. I've brought you up in my calls too, by the way. Well, I mean, particularly with family, like, because the script kind of is, I've been in property management and the real estate, and now I'm switching to the retail side. And then in doing that, so here's what I'm currently capable of. And they have me set up with a mentor and kind of, tell you a little bit, so that has, that's been a good talking point, I think.
Yeah. So when somebody says, Kyle, how many homes have you sold? Well, we sell about 40 homes a year. I'm part of a group, and, and we sell 40 homes a year on average. Doesn't have to be you. You have to just change that you to we. Instead of me, it's we.
Yeah. No, that's good. I mean, well, because that's going to be a question. I mean, look, like family and friends are going to ask that because I told them I'm just starting it, but like that's going to be a question I presume that that somebody doing their homework is going to ask. One of these leads are going to come through, and that might be a question they have for me, and so that's a great way to kind of field it.
You'd be surprised how it's not asked very often.
Well, I'd ask it.
Well, I think where it comes from is the confidence. If you have confidence.
No, fair enough.
And that confidence comes through the phone, they don't ask the question.
Yeah. And it's not
I don't get the question.
As a new agent, right? I mean, to your friends and family, that's different, but I would never call a lead and be like, well, I'm a new agent, Brandon.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's like you gotta, kind of spin doctor that one up a little bit, because that's a good way to do it. Yeah.
So it's about having just a couple lead generation source strategies. Those strategies are the sources. So in other words, Homes for Heroes being one. We talked about Facebook. We talked about Google. The difference between Google and Facebook is Google, you're running an AdWords account. So I shared my screen. So you go to your Gmail, and on your Gmail, you come up here to the 9 little dots up here. See right here?
Yeah.
And you're going to come down here and you're going to find the one that says Google Ads right there. When you get Google Ads, you're going to go start now. You're going to click the button right here and create the ads account. I'm going to go into mine since I already have one, right? When you go in there, you're going to take the listings to leads landing page called the homes value listings to leads. Once you have your listings to leads account, you're going to go over here to one of the landing pages they give you. It's already created for you, is the home value landing page that looks like this. Okay, we also have one on our EXP page, but I don't use that one. I use this one. But
yeah, because we have one that I've tested like through KvCore.
You do, but I use this one. I don't use my KvCore one. Now, my KvCore one is on my main page. So if somebody goes there, I will get that lead.
Yeah.
But to run my Google AdWords, I'm using this one.
Okay.
And you can customize this if you want a video in the background or you want a different picture, different colors. Sure. You can customize it. But when somebody puts their information in here and they put their address, first of all, let me explain to you how they get this landing page. You have to understand that's where the Google AdWords come in.
Yeah.
So you can see here, I'm running a landing page, home value leads Los Angeles. Let me click that. I'm paying for keywords. Yeah. And the way Google works is you pick the keywords. So what's my home worth? Real estate. Yeah. Home value. I'm picking these keywords and then there's a bid amount. So let's say I bid $1. Somebody comes to Google and they put in Calabasas, or no, they put in what's my home worth. Yeah. And they hit enter. Now you see these ones that say add right here? Yeah. Okay, these are the ones. So if I bid $1, obviously cash, what is that? Cash offer in 24 hours. They may have bid $5. And so that's why they're up at top. I might be at the bottom because I didn't bid enough. Okay, right? Or it could be that if my bid amount is really low, then maybe I only get put up here once every 10 times. Yeah. That's why I'm not here at all. You have to understand how Google works. Yeah. So the higher the bid amount, the more often you'll be there. You could pay a high enough number that you'll be the top all the time. Yeah. But that means you're going to pay more in a total cost based upon how often your ad gets clicked. And that's why they call it PPC, pay per click. So when somebody clicks here, I get taken to the landing page. So in our situation, this is the landing page that they would get. That makes sense? Yeah. I haven't lost anybody? No. Somebody puts in their address. Let's say they stop because it's sequential. First thing is their address. Address gets them their value. Then the next question is, do you want a free report emailed to you? Then they put in their email address. But before they put their email address, it asks them for their phone number. So if somebody puts their address and then they stop, we will get their address. It'll come through Zapier to KvCore, but that's all we'll get. Guess what we do next? We run it through that. There's a program. Skip trace. Yes. Skip trace. Yeah, Spokio is the program, but skip tracing is the process. So we skip trace the address. What else could we do with that address? Mail. We can now direct mail to it. What else can we do? I was thinking of the free one first. That is something we can do, but there's a free one we can do. Door knock it. Yeah. If you can't find the phone number, you could door knock it. Hey, you know what? I was in the area. Hey, John, my name is Sean. You know what? You actually used my website the other day to get your home value. And I was just curious. I was in the neighborhood showing a home over here, and I just remembered your address. And I was wondering, are you looking to buy a home, sell a house, or invest in real estate? So, but yes, we can find the address. We can find the name because we know what the title records show. We can go on Realist and get the name. We can go on Spokio and get the name. We know what the name is. Then we use Spokio to get the phone number and potential email addresses for that person. We put those into KvCore and we just begin the nurturing process. They may not be ready right now to sell. They could be just damn curious, which is most of those people are. But if you're generating 100 of these leads, 100 home value leads a month, what's the conversion that we're trying to achieve? You have any idea?
I feel like it was either like 4 or 20.
This is with internet leads. Our goal is between 2 to 5%.
Okay.
So on 100, it's 2 to 5 closings. I'm not talking about conversion, meaning that's how many leads I'm getting. Out of the 100 leads, I'm hoping for 2 to 10 closings for every 100. That's the industry number. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
So we just went over Facebook, Google pay-per-click, My Agent Finder, and OpCity all in one meeting. And now I'm going to take this video and I'm going to repurpose it for YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
And you guys are my guinea pigs.
No, I learned a lot. Thank you.
Any questions?
I'm sure I will, but
Yeah.
but no, I'm excited to get going.
Yeah, Amanda, that's the types of leads that you're going to be claiming when you get the opportunity to claim a lead on the team. And why do you think we're doing a claim the lead process? That's called a lead pond. We're using the lead ponds in KvCore to claim a lead. Why do you think we're doing that?
I don't know.
How well you were listening.
Who has it to make? And
what's
it's the
speed to lead. That's it. That's the most important. So that's the whole reason is why we do the claiming process. So when you claim the lead, I'm expecting you to call the lead right there.
Okay.
So if you can't call it, you shouldn't be claiming it.
And those will pop up like in our case. How would we be notified that it was our opportunity to claim it?
You'll get a text message. Now, Kyle, you don't have to worry about this because you're not on a team, but
yeah.
But when you have a team for yourself, this is how you'll probably do it. But yeah, you'll get a text message. You'll get an email as well. And so when you claim it, it opens up, I believe it's supposed to open up the app, KvCore app. I'm working through some bugs in this. So there is some bugs in this area. So that's why I've had the lead shut down, is because I've been trying to work through the bugs to fix the bugs with KvCore. And I think we've got it set up pretty well now that I'm gonna start to test it this week. And so you'll get a text message, you claim it.
Okay.
And then you go, it opens up the app. And the reason it's opened up the app is because you use the click to call right in the app.
Okay.
So yours will work the same way, Kyle. You'll get notified of a lead. You'll click it. It'll take you into the app. You'll make the phone call from KvCore.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think you make it from KvCore?
Will it record the calls or log the activity?
It records the call. Perfect. That's exactly what it records the call in the timeline, both by a timeline entry and your recording. You can actually listen to yourself.
Yeah.
And so that's how the system's supposed to work.
Yeah.
So it is 2:00. You guys have any other questions?
No, this was great for today.
Yeah, agreed.